What's going on? So coming off work, that's what I do my little videos. Tomorrow, well, easy day today. It's half a day. Anyways, I'm glad I'm going back home. Half hour. Today, half hour because there's no traffic. Anyway, tomorrow, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all those fathers that really love their kids, are doing something for their kids, my respect for them. I have my daughter's full custody since 2009, 9 years, and full custody. I love both of my girls. That's why I got back to Cleveland, and that's why I'm here, because of my two little ones. The love that I got for these two girls I cannot put in words how I feel about Lisa and Cassandra, Nuki. They're my girls, my babies. I see them, and it doesn't matter how hard the day could be. Once I get to see them, they put a smile on me. I'm happy to have them back. I went through a lot to get these girls back in my life. I lost my girls when they were born. I was a musician, besides my job. I used to play in a band. When the mother of my kids got pregnant with my first girl, Elisa, I quit music, and I really love music. That father instinct kicked in immediately, and to the point that I knew how this girl is gonna be looking like. I described her, and I used to remember when the mother she had a big belly. She was like probably middle pregnancy. I used to grab my keyboard and with headphones, and I used to put music on her belly and play soft music to her. When she was born, oh my God, it was natural. Nobody taught me how to change diapers. I became a mother. It was a father and a mother. I became a mother. Yeah, I knew what to do. By the way, it was in me. And baby mamas and I were not doing good. And when I was about to break up with her, with my heart in my hands, because I didn't want to leave Lisa, she got pregnant again with Cassandra. So we went through a lot, the mother of my kids and myself, and we went separate ways, and it was not working. And I made a big mistake back then, and at least some time I was locked up for a couple years, and I lost them. When I got out, I had nobody here in Cleveland. I got me a job. I was trying to get my family back. I was trying to get back with the mother, the girls, just to be with my family together. Did not work out, and I was destroyed. I lost everything. I got me a job, by the way. I always work. I always been a hard worker, and I'm super smart and stupid at the same time, if that makes any sense. Made mistakes in my life, and everybody does make mistakes, but I made some huge mistakes that really hold me back big time. I could have been somebody else, but it didn't happen that way because of my fault. Anyways, I left Cleveland when I got out in order to heal my soul and my spirit and get back to them. I had to heal myself. And I remember when I had the tickets, and I went to visit the girl. They were real little, and I went over the mother of my girls. I went over her house, and it was a full moon. It was a beautiful night, and I was suffering this, that I'm gonna leave this, that I'm doing the right thing here. I'm gonna leave. My God. So it was a full moon. So I called Lisa. Lisa, come over here. So she came running. You know what the girls are, what the kids are, especially girls, when they're little, they see daddy, and that's their hero. You know what I mean? They still got love for me, but they're teenagers. You know, their love is different, of course. They still loving me. And I called Lisa, come over here. I'll sit her on my lap. And I was like, Lisa, I want to introduce you, really friend of mine. Oh, really, Daddy? Who? And I point at the moon, full moon, beautiful, orange. And I say, that's my friend, the moon. Oh, really, Daddy? That's your friend? Yes, that's my friend. So I was like, I'm gonna make it official. And then I went like, Moon, this is my daughter Lisa. Lisa, that's my friend Moon. And she said, hi. So she called Cassandra, Nookie, come over here. So she came. Said, Daddy got a friend. The Moon is Daddy's friend. And I look, if for some reason you cannot see me for a while, when you miss me, when you want to talk to me and you see the moon, you talk to her, and the moon gonna tell me that you miss me. Okay? Okay, Daddy, okay. And Cassandra was like, whoa, the moon is Daddy's friend. So I left to Puerto Rico. It was like a rehab, you know what I mean? Like, meaning like, I had to heal that pain, so I had to walk away from everything. And I went back to the best rehab that anybody can have, and is home. Family. I went back to my family. And I was destroyed. And I want to get back to Cleveland. That's part of the rehab, right? I suffered. I was on that plane. I catch 3 planes to get back to Puerto Rico. I had to put my hat down. I was crying the whole flight till I got back to Puerto Rico. I was devastated. 2 months living in Puerto Rico, I received this phone call from my ex-mother. And she said, well, we were watching a movie. The girls that were spending the night over grandma's from the mother's side. So I don't know what's going on. I have to tell you this, and I want to ask you something. What's going on with Lisa? Because we were watching a movie, and out of the blue, well, she need to go to the bathroom upstairs, and she was not coming back. I got worried, and she was in the bedroom. When I went, in the bathroom. When I went to the bedroom, she was there, and she was crying, and she said, what's going on, Lisa? And I said, look, I'm talking to the moon because I miss Daddy. I want Daddy back, so I'm telling the moon to bring him back. Like, as soon she says that, I remember myself, I'm sorry, so, like I was saying, I was over my mother's house in Puerto Rico, and as soon I heard that, I dropped myself. I broke down. Oh my God, I was crying so hard. My mom had to pick me up from the floor, and I wanted to get back to Cleveland so bad. And I knew I had to walk out of the house And I was lost. Then I made a mistake. I was telling myself, when I'm gonna get back to Cleveland? I don't have nobody in Cleveland. I don't have the money. How long it's gonna take me to get a job here in Puerto Rico and get money and get a job, some my money together? How long it's gonna take? I'm not ready for Cleveland. I left Cleveland, not over my God, my daughters. So month went by, I was feeling better. But it's crazy how you talk to kids, you know what I mean, and they can pick up what you're saying. So I got me a job. Several months went by in Puerto Rico. 6 months went by. I got me a job in Georgia. They called me from Georgia, and I went on a journey. I'm back in the States. Before I left, that day that I left Cleveland, my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, talking to the airport, and she told me, I'm gonna ask you for this. Please do not forget about your daughters. And I'm leaving because I love my daughters. You don't understand this. But one day you're gonna understand. I'm coming back for them, and they're gonna live with me. They didn't pay attention much. I was a guy that had a felony. You know what I mean? It was kind of impossible, right? And it's so hard for fathers to get their kids. So I finally got me a job in Georgia. I left Puerto Rico. I'm back in the States. It took me a couple years to get my money together, and I got back to Cleveland. Once I got back to Cleveland, it was another journey, but I was back in town. You know, I closed a chapter. I was ready for Cleveland. Now I'm opening up another chapter. It is to fight for my daughters. Everybody was against me. The odds were real low. I was on a tunnel vision when I was in Georgia, and I got back to town, and I was ready to fight anybody for my daughters and to fight in court for full custody, nothing less than that. And I was there in Georgia 3 years. That was another school for me, all by myself. And that's when you learn who you are, when you by yourself, when you don't have nobody, when you don't have no distractions. All right, either it break you or make you. All right, no room for errors. I made some errors down there, some mistakes. So the video keep cutting. So I made some mistakes down there in Georgia, but I finally made it back in town. I remember when I got myself situated here. I have no family here in Cleveland. I remember getting off that plane. A friend of mine, Dan, I called him up, and he picked me up at the airport. And next day, I called my ex-mother-in-law. So I'm in town. What? You in town? Yeah, I'm in town. I want to see the girls today. So the girls were not in good shape. The mother really got bad in drugs and things like that. That's another topic. That's another story. That's why I got back here, and I got some money, and I got myself situated. I went to school, got the attendance. They were bad. They were little. They were not going to school. The chick was not taking the girl to school. I built a case. I went to get me a lawyer. The lawyer, everybody was against me. You're not gonna get the custody. You as convict, you know, you got a felony. It's gonna be so hard. Even the lawyer, when I got the money from the lawyer, I got to pay the money to pay the retainer. And she told me, "Why you don't go for partial custody? Because it's gonna be so hard." I mean, look, I came back to town for the full custody, nothing less. If you don't want to work for me, all right, and go for what I want, give me somebody else. Oh no, we're gonna try. No. I don't want to hear the one try. We're gonna go for it. Well, we built the case. 3 months later, the court granted full custody. So I'm here at the house. This phone is a piece of shit. Anyways, a couple months later, after I started the process of the full custody, well, got full custody granted. And what is the point of this? I never gave up on my unleashed under kids. I never gave up on them. I knew that as long as I live, I'm gonna fight for them. I'm gonna be there for them, and I'm gonna do the best I can to be the best father I can be, and with the tools that I have. Because life is short, and that's my duty to be a father, even though I made some mistakes. That love never went away, So 10 years went by. I still haven't. My daughter is gonna be, my oldest one is gonna be 18 next year, and a senior, 17 and a senior. I have them, and the little one is gonna be 16. My point being is, I've seen fathers complain about not having the opportunity to have the kids long enough to spend time with them. And baby mama's this, baby mama that. It's all about the child support and so on and so on. What are you doing about it? I've been there. So, finishing up the video, my point being is, I've seen so many fathers complain about their situation. The mother this, the mother that, baby mama don't let me see my kids and things like that. I had a felony, I can do nothing, she got me. No, you never gave up. If you really love your kids, you gotta step up as a father. Stop complaining, do something about it. Those are your kids, even if you don't get it your way, as at least you're gonna feel like you did everything that was in your hands, and you use the tools that you have, even if there are not that many, like in my case, and you're gonna do what you need to do for your kids. Stop bitching about everything and what you did in the past and things like that. Love overcome everything. Believe me, they will remember that. So do something for your kids. For me, it was now with the child support. As a matter of fact, baby mama owed me $16,000 in child. I don't give a fuck. I got what I want, my daughters. And the opportunity to get them the shot to the opportunity to be somebody in life with me, and I want them to be better than me. I want them. They're gonna work in a factory. They're gonna own the factory, and they're gonna be on top. And I know I still falling short in many things. I was diagnosed with a disease and hold me back and struggling in many other ways. But I'm happy in the end of the day that they had love for me, and I have them. I have them. They are my motivation. So stop bitching about everything, and be a father, and don't look. All the blame is on me. What I couldn't do with my daughters, I didn't blame nobody else but myself. And I turned things around, and I'm still working with shit. Then life decided to throw me illness, Now I'm dealing with that. Now I'm feeling like I'm short, and falling short in things. But in the end of the day, I have them. They are my motivation, So happy Father's Day. And step up for your kids. Don't let nobody tell you different about you can do this and you got this in your past and things like that. It's up to you what you do with the if that really bothers you, The issue bothers you that you don't have your kids, So now what is about? What is all about? The kids or the situation that you had you paying child support and you don't want to pay child support? If you're thinking that way, just don't even try. I was concerned about the future of my daughters. That what they were doing, how they were doing. I want them with me. I had this love for them. So I can put in words the love I feel for this girl. So happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And do something about your situation. And stop bitching and complaining about shit. Step up. Step up. You probably in better position than me. You probably have no felony, no ugly past. And if you do, nothing is impossible. Use what you got. All right. So I have a happy Father's Day.